Okay, so this is the third video in our three-part series, and in this video I'm going to show you how to take the MP4 files, the video files that we've downloaded from various online sources, and embed them directly into a PowerPoint presentation for use in the classroom. Some of the major advantages of embedding the video files directly into a PowerPoint presentation as opposed to showing them through a browser is that you don't have to rely on network connectivity. And in the case of YouTube, you don't have to worry about sort of loud, obnoxious advertisements being played in the classroom before the video that you want to show. I should note that the version of PowerPoint that we're using today on this machine is version 2011. The videos that we've downloaded will work on the Mac version of PowerPoint from 2011 and up. These videos on the Windows side will work in PowerPoint, the Windows version of PowerPoint from 2013 and up. So if the computer you're using to present on has PowerPoint below those versions, you're going to have to change the video format that you use to ensure that they play properly without having other software installed. And I can show that in another video. But for now, these will work for PowerPoint for Mac 2011 and up, and PowerPoint for Windows 2013 and up. Okay, so I'm just going to open up a blank presentation here and create a couple of new slides. So we have 3 slides in total. And I'm going to take this second slide here and sort of just clear it out. It's a blank slide. Now the easiest way to get the video in is just to simply drag and drop it directly into PowerPoint. So you can see it gives me this file. Sometimes it will give you a little frame reference here. Sometimes it won't. So I'm just going to center it here in my slide. Now the options by default here, at least on this version of PowerPoint, is they can be found under the Format Movie tab here. You don't have this ribbon. You can probably just press this button here to pop this these options down. But these are also under the Format Movie window. Okay, so under Format Movie in the Movie Options section here, you can see that we're setting this to play on click. So I actually have to click on the file when I'm presenting in order for the video file to start playing. But if you want the video file to start playing as soon as you land on the slide, you can set this to automatically. And you have some options here for how the video will play once it's playing. So these are playback options. I'm going to set this to play full screen. And the other thing is, when I land on this slide, rather than having this sort of speaker icon that it's showing right now, I want to show maybe a still frame from this video. And so I can set a poster frame. And in order to do that, I can set a picture from a file, separate JPEG, let's say, or I can simply play the file within my editing window here and find a good still that I want that's representative of this video. So this is Hitchcock here. And I'm going to select now under poster frame, current frame. And you can see it's updated it. So when I land on this slide now, it's going to show me a still until I click on it and start playing. So let's look at what this presentation looks like. So I'm going to start my slideshow here, play from the start. So this is my first slide, it's blank. This is my second slide. You'll notice I have my poster frame set. And if I hit play down here, it's popped to full screen now. So it's playing the video clip full screen.
How can we change
Okay. I'm just going to pop out of that. Okay, so now that I've got my video file embedded, I'm just going to save my presentation. I'm going to save it to my desktop and call this test 1. Now, if I open up a Finder window and go to my desktop, you can see here's my test 1 PowerPoint presentation, and you notice that it's 5.5 megs. And this is my video file that's embedded, and it's 5.1 megs. So when we dragged the video file directly into PowerPoint and then saved this presentation, what it did was it created a PowerPoint file that has this video file directly saved within the PowerPoint presentation itself. That's why it's 5.5 megs. So if we were to, let's say, delete this file and play our presentation, the video file still plays even though we deleted the original video file. And that's sort of important because depending on how you work in your drive space situation, it might become, and how big your video files are, and how many files you have, this PowerPoint presentation can become very, very large. You can imagine if you had 20 clips and they were all 100 megs each, this is going to be a very large file. So if you'd rather just have the PowerPoint presentation link to the video file rather than duplicate it, so I'm just going to open up my trash here and put this back. The way you would do that is, so let's say open up another, let's delete this file. You would go to, so this is a blank slide. Rather than drag and drop the file in, we're going to go to Insert, Movie, From File. We're going to find the file we want. So here's our Hitchcock file from YouTube. Before hitting Insert, we're going to check this box, and it says Link to File. I'm just going to set our poster frame here. And I'm going to make sure this plays full screen. And now I'm going to save my PowerPoint presentation as test 2 and hit save. Now, if you look at these two files, test 1, which has duplicated this video, is 5.5 megs. Test 2, which is linked to this video, is only 405K. So it's less than a meg. It's about half a meg. However, if I delete this file and try to play this, you notice it's not working anymore. And the reason for that is it was linked to the file and it can no longer locate where that file is located. So, depending on your use case, if you have the storage necessary and you don't have a lot of clips, it's probably a good idea to just embed these video files directly into the PowerPoint presentation itself. If you're concerned about drive space, or you have a ton of clips and you don't want to have this massive PowerPoint file, then you can link the file. But if you do that, what I would recommend doing is saving all of your movie clips and your PowerPoint presentation all in one folder. So you make sure that when you want to move that PowerPoint presentation, let's say to another computer, or to send it to conference organizers or whatever, you just send them the entire folder. So I'm going to create a folder here and drag in both my PowerPoint presentation and the linked file. And now I know that all the files needed to play this PowerPoint presentation are in this folder. Now, I'm just going to save this. Oh, see, it's telling me that I moved the file. I'm just going to close this actually and reopen it. Save. And now play.
Now the third way is what one might call pure cinematics, the assembly of.
Okay. All right, I hope that was helpful. I will do a fourth video covering the media format necessary for earlier versions of PowerPoint, because you would have to convert these video files that we've downloaded to a format that plays nicely with earlier versions of PowerPoint. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's been helpful.